I'm Lou. We haven't done this in a while.
I'm Sid, or Sin. My family calls me Sin.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
She's the crazy person I work with.
She's the crazy person I work with.
We run a small bookstore, yarn shop, coffee and tea shop in Dawson Creek, BC. And we also are organizing our first Fibre Fest next week.
1 week.
So we'll talk about our knitting and stuff. For those of you who haven't been here before, we'll start with knitting and crafty stuff, and then some about the Fibre Fest, and then we do a little segment at the end that's culture consumed and all the stuff that's non-knitting related in our lives.
Itchy.
And you'll see a little bit of crazy throughout.
Hi. It's been forever. Sorry about that. We've been a little overwhelmed by Fibre Fest and store and life. Yeah. We haven't been super healthy, and our staff haven't been super healthy, so we've been running a little more at the store. Yeah. And then Fibre Fest just kind of hit that point of all the things that we both find most stressful were the things that had to be done. Yeah.
So yeah, we get to the end of the day and go, got a podcast. Have you knit anything?
Yes.
So, but now we're doing a bit better. The most stressful stuff is done. We've actually got some knitting and stuff done.
Yes.
So
I'm going to start with my knitting.
So if you've been here before, thanks for coming back and bearing with the pause. If you haven't, welcome.
So I cheater knitted. I have Hufflepuff,
Soof Poof,
Ravenclaw.
I don't remember.
Something about an eagle. Gryffindor. And oh no, this is Ravenclaw. Oh, sorry, that's Slytherin. Like my brain.
Yeah.
My brain's not working. I cheater knitted scarves. I also did a rainbow scarf as well. Yeah. But so we have a knitting machine that knits. Well, actually, it knits like this big, but then once you pull it off,
it's the Addy Turbo 15-inch circular.
Not Addy. Is it Addy? Yeah. Oh, it is Daddy.
It's the Addy Turbo 15-inch jumbo circular knitting machine. So not good for socks, but it's great for knitting blanks to dye, which is why we bought it.
Yeah, and then I was like,
for scarves.
Oh, I can knit scarves. And so yeah, I knit the tubes, and then I just picked up all the stitches along the edge and cast off. I could put fringe on.
No, I was like, it's a scarf with no fringe.
I am anti-fringe.
Me too.
So these I just made, they're out of Estelle worsted, which is a really affordable, great yarn. They laughed because I ordered more colors, but
Miss, I'm not buying any more yarn until Fibre Fest.
Whatever.
Ordered another 40 skeins of yarn to be able to do the Hufflepuff and
No,
Ravenclaw.
I had Hufflepuff.
Oh,
I needed blue. No, I needed blue and gray and green and
for the Slytherin and
Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw.
This one.
Okay.
Anyway,
you guys will appreciate this. So we're buying yarn, and there are two different reds that she thinks are maybe the right one. And she's looking at one and asked me my opinion. And I said, I think this other one is better. It's closer to Gryffindor. And she's like, I don't know.
And then we looked at the names.
I think this other one is. And I was like, well, since the one I think is closest is called School Uniform, I think they're probably aiming for a Gryffindor red.
Yeah. And I noticed, okay, oops, sorry. I'm a Hufflepuff, and I don't normally wear Hufflepuff stuff. This is all Harry Potter, if anyone's, not with it, but...
I think most people recognize the names at least.
I'm not Hufflepuff. Or, no, I am Hufflepuff. I don't like the colors. Yeah. But then I also realized it's the Pittsburgh Penguin colors.
It is.
So...
You could do double duty fandom.
You could do double duty fandom. Even though my team just got swept out of the playoffs. Swept.
Yeah.
That's all right. Tampa Bay did too.
Made it to the playoffs. Mine didn't even do that.
Anyway, yeah, so... Awesome scarves in my cheater knitting.
And you may have caught that we're both hockey fans in that. Those of you who've been here before will have heard lots of hockey stuff.
We really didn't watch much hockey this year, though.
No.
But I was bad.
We have... we'll talk about it later in the culture stuff.
Yeah. So now you can talk.
Okay.
You're allowed.
So you saw this mostly done last time, which was like a month ago.
5 weeks, something crazy like that.
But so the easy one by Hohi Locatelli.
It's done.
It's completely done. The ends are all woven in. I did my modified.
Oh, you haven't blocked it yet, though, right?
No, it's going on the mats this afternoon as soon as we leave podcasting.
Podcasting.
Are done podcasting. So I did a modified bottom edge so that there was seed stitch with a split hem that's rounded. which I really, really like. Yeah, it fits better without making it look 16 inches wider because it is to go over my hips. So
I really like it.
I modified the sleeves. I had decided to go like shorter sleeves, but then because it's a drop sleeve, if I did the fingering section before I did this.
The fingering section? Oh,
yeah, there's supposed to be a stockinette. Sorry.
I'm like,
it's been a while.
Section.
But if I had decided to do the stockinette stuff, it would have landed right at the elbow, or I would have had to go longer, and I really wanted it shorter because I overheat a lot. So I just did the edging right away.
It's really cute.
It turned out really nice. I'm totally gonna knit another one of these.
Yeah.
So this is Faking Sanity Determination yarn. It's a sport weight. And this colorway has no name, but I affectionately call it the one that shall not be named, aka Voldemort.
Yes.
Because we're in a Harry Potter frame of mind, apparently.
Don't know why.
It has no name because I stole it before we named all the colors. Because I was like, that's mine.
Yeah. That's basically the sound she made.
Yeah. It may have been followed with a, my precious.
Yeah, so it could also be Golem yarn.
Yeah.
Smeagol.
So
wow, we're really fanny today.
Yeah.
Oh, we're always fanny.
But I'm super excited. It fits perfectly. And butt jokes. That's what you come here for.
Unless you're British.
Oh, well, not butt jokes
is
then.
Not butt joke.
Family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
We're fanny.
I'm going to wear it.
Yes.
I'm
it's
very excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so me?
So that's my only FO. I've been distracted by anxiety. I'm gonna knit. What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna knit.
Squirrel.
What?
Squirrel. I knit a couple bonnets.
Oh, so adorable.
Okay, it's for a newborn, so it doesn't exactly fit me. I think it makes me look kind of Amish, but
I think you look ridiculous.
Oh, excellent. Anyway, this is the Beloved pattern by Tin Can Knits.
It's a really cute pattern.
I didn't realize how much, like how many Tin Can Knits patterns I had. But they just do such great patterns.
Yeah.
They really do. I like them. And it is the greatest hat ever because you start here and you knit up the I-cord and then you knit and then down the other cord.
Yeah, really neat construction.
And I really like knitting baby hats because they're small, and they can always be used, and they're adorable. Yeah. But I was getting
the hospital's always looking for donations.
I was getting sick
of
just round and round and round and round and round. So this is my new thing. I actually knit two of them. One was for one of our regular customers here at the store. Yeah. And that one I did out of Louette Gems worsted in marine blue. And that was for a toddler, and this is a newborn. So
and what yarn is that one?
Oh, this is Faking Sanity Impulse DK in the Fangirl colorway.
Yeah. When we got these in, the skeins, the way they were speckled and skeined, I just didn't like them skeined up. Every single one I've seen knit, I've loved knit.
It is, yeah, me too.
One of our regulars knit a shawl out of this stuff, and it's so gorgeous.
Soft. Yeah, it's really soft. It's the nicest base. Actually, we have a new base that is exclusive to the Peace Fibre Fest. Yes. Called Festival DK. Yeah. Which is very similar to this.
Yeah, no nylon. This one has nylon, yeah, this one has you can use it for like DK socks and stuff.
The other one is just 100% superwash merino. But yeah, it's really nice too. So yes, we're gonna have that at the Fibre Fest, and then if there's any left over, we'll probably put it on the Etsy shop.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I hadn't planned on mentioning this, but some of you may have noticed that the Etsy shop has been getting emptier and emptier as we've gone. So as we've been dealing with the Fibre Fest stuff, we've had less time to work on the Etsy shop and trying to get stuff ready for the Fibre Fest. We just decided to let the Etsy shop, as things expired or sold, we just left them, and then there'll be a big update after the Fibre Fest. So
after we are no longer going crazy.
Yeah.
But the Fibre Fest is really excited. It's excited. I'm excited. I was kind of like this whole week, actually the last couple weeks, we've both been kind of like, what if no one comes? Yeah. because we want it to be really good for the vendors that are coming and then the people who are coming. But yeah, no, we've had so many people express interest. And
so many people, like everybody I say I'm stressed to about people coming, they all go, oh, I know of a whole bunch of people coming from this area or a group of people coming from this area.
So it's
fabulous,
I think it'll be good. But we're just kind of like,
yeah. I have no nails. Like, I always have very short nails. I have no nails.
I do not chew my nails, but I don't. My nails are short.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I don't chew the nails. I chew the dry skin on the corners, and then my nails peel.
Yeah, we've been a little anxious about it, but
we're super excited.
We just now have. I deal with my anxiety. I don't have anxiety like she has anxiety.
I don't. But when I get anxiety,
when I get a bit anxious, I just make to-do lists.
Yeah.
To-do lists are great, and you always have to put one thing that you've actually already accomplished that you can check it off right away. That's my tip of the day. Anyway.
I had never been diagnosed with anxiety, but apparently everybody around me knew I had it. And when I finally said, oh, the doctor said I have anxiety, they were like, yeah.
Yeah. We could have told you that. Oh, we did tell you that. What a concept. It's just not, panic attack type anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can talk about your dyeing now.
Okay.
She's been dyeing.
Yeah, well, prepping for Fibre Fest has included some dyeing. So one of the things I've been working on is this set of sparkle rainbow sets.
Sparkly rainbow.
See if I can get a good shot of the...
There's one left. I'm taking it.
So yeah, it's 95% merino. No, 90% merino.
Oh, that one's still wet.
Yes, 5% nylon and 5% lurex. So it's got quite a bit of sparkle. And these are 20 grams each, so it's a 140 gram set. The purple's my favorite.
I thought they were 25.
No, they're 20.
They're 20? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite. And I just finished the red last night, so damp. It's just damp this morning. So the color will look a little bit different on that one.
Oh,
but
it's great.
I will have these
suggested sparkly rainbows.
Yes. No, Cindy didn't suggest sparkly rainbows.
I demanded
sparkly rainbows. And then every time I talked about dyeing, she was like, sparkly rainbows.
Oh, don't hit the table. You make the camera bounce.
It was that violet, though.
Sparkly rainbows.
So
I don't know why I do not like. I don't normally like sparkly yarn at all. I'm not a sparkle base.
But sparkly rainbows was what she was feeling this couple of weeks.
It's great.
Yeah. So there'll be kind of the same set that I had before in my non-sparkly version, like the same colors. They come out a bit differently on this base, but and the other thing I've been dyeing, take away the yarn. I've been dyeing a new base that's a merino silk that I'll have at the Fibre Fest. In a DK weight, but I've also been dyeing more of these.
They look like eyeballs. Maybe we did talk about them on the podcast because I do remember talking about. I remember doing this.
Yes, actually, now that you say that, so I've got a whole bunch more of those, and there's 80 gram ones and 100 gram ones. So like people with size 8 and below feet and 8 and above.
If you want to get the whole gradient into your sock.
Yeah, ombre. These ones aren't gradient really, but they're the marbly ones.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is marbled, the main color.
The marble shows up less once it's knit up. It is still marbly, but not nearly as much.
And it looks more marbled on the darker colors, like the black.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me, do you want me to, well, not finish, but knit a bit more of the pink one so you can show it?
If you can have one finished sock.
I gotta find it. Oh, a finished sock. No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, well then don't worry about it.
No, I'll bring it half done.
Okay, it can be a project at the booth.
Of course, it was half done at last September's Prince George Fibre Fest. So I've been doing
You've been getting distracted with something else.
Is it time?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No. We gotta talk about make-alongs first.
Oh.
Okay.
There's exciting news there.
We haven't mentioned the Knit to Alaska make-along in ages. Just because I've been really behind in, checking to see where we are and all that stuff. What are you doing? Oh, don't look at my behind.
You're not behind. You're just here.
Sorry, we're crazy. Yesterday, we were making a lady in a gift shop laugh so hard at us because we
Yeah.
were being
Dorks.
crazy. Yeah, we act like 12-year-olds. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, so the Knit to Alaska make along. I added it up today and we hit 780.47 kilometers. I forgot to write down what that is in miles, but whatever.
But basically it means we passed our Liard Hot Springs.
Yes, so that was our big milestone.
Yeah.
So we will be doing a draw in our next podcast for up to there.
Yeah.
We have not really been thinking about this, so we're not sure what the prize is going to be, but you'll see.
I was thinking I would pick up something at the Fibre Fest.
Ooh, yeah.
And
that sounds great.
It'll be
excellent.
Something from the Fibre Fest.
That sounds fabulous.
Or maybe like put together, but something from the Fibre Fest and something from us. Or...
So we've decided we're going to go one more milestone before we finish.
So
we're not going to make it to Alaska.
Yeah. But we're going to make it to the Yukon.
We are. So our next milestone is at Watson Lake, which is the first like community once you hit the Yukon.
Yeah.
Yukon Territory, it's right above British Columbia on the way to Alaska.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is Alaska?
I should have, no, that was the highway. No, actually the highway kind of does this. And anyway, it's at 978 kilometers.
Yeah.
So we've got about just under 200 kilometers to go. And I haven't added any of my stuff since the first few months.
Yeah, I haven't added any of mine.
And I have some epic knitting done. So I think I should do that right away and that'll help us get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited. Yeah. But then as soon as we finish that make along, we are starting another one, which you'll find out about. But yeah, I don't think it'll take us too long to get that next 200 kilometers.
No, I think we're closing in pretty fast.
Thank you all who have been taking part. It's really fun.
I've added so many projects to my favorites and
looking
to my queue.
I don't get on Ravelry much, but when I do, I go through that forum. I'm really bad at commenting and stuff. She's much better at it. But I was doing it. I was adding up all the mileage and everything, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I want to make that. Oh, that's so cute. I want to make that. Oh my God, that's so cute. I want to make that.
I was scanning up a set of these in the other room while she was adding it up this morning. And then all of a sudden I just hear a cackle and I'm like, what? And she's like, these animals are so cute.
Oh, there's the little monsters. They were so cute. And then the monster with the pockets that held the little monsters.
That was a long time ago. You hadn't added officially for a while.
Yeah, no, I really hadn't. Yeah. And
but we just passed this milestone by like 16 kilometers. Yes. Like it was the perfect timing to add it up.
Yeah. So yeah.
And
and then we've got another Michael going right now.
We've got 1 week left for the Fibre Fest make along.
This is mine thing for it.
This is my thing.
I was really bad. I did our yarn because it's supposed to be yarn or pattern from someone who's going to be at the Fibre Fest. Yeah. And I have some ginger snap. But it was fingering weight and I was like, I'm not going to finish faster. Yes. So yeah.
So basically, if you've been following us along on Instagram or on the podcast before, we had mentioned this, or on our Ravelry group, you can knit or make anything from any yarn or pattern or fiber that's provided by one of the vendors in this year's vendor list for the Peace Fibre Fest. And every item you finish gets you an entry into the draw if you post it on our Ravelry group or in our Instagram feed with the hashtag PFFMal. And if you bring the item to the Fibre Fest next Sunday and show it to us and write your name down.
We'll have a little draw jar.
Yeah, and you can get an extra entry if you bring it into the Fibre Fest and show us.
Because we want to see them all.
Yeah, because show and tell's the best part.
And hopefully, I was going to say, hopefully we won't be too busy to look. But if we're busy, just come back.
Yeah, we want to see you all and see all your lovely
knits.
And spins and
introduce yourselves to us.
And,
we'll be like, we don't know anybody, and we're going to be a little crazy. So
I think I will be a little overwhelmed and crazy. So I will be in one of two modes: either full on retail mode, which is just hi, it's so exciting to see you, and I won't remember anybody's name.
No.
Or I will be in, everything's a little bit overwhelming, so I'm just going to sit here and be excited, but
no.
And
it's going to be like, no, we have to do this, and we have to do this, and we have to do this, and we have to do this.
That's before we open. Once it's open, it doesn't like that. You'll be stressed at me. until we open. But yeah,
we have lots of time.
I tend to go one of two extremes when I'm stressed.
Just take into account the
if I look like I'm overwhelmed, or Cindy calls it my resting bitch face, it's just
what she looks like.
It's just what I look like when I'm not smiling. It's not. It's just not smiling. How is this a resting bitch face?
It is. You should see. Okay, so yesterday we were in Grand Prairie and we saw this lady go by in a car and we were both like, whoa, she's a bit of a grumpy pants. And then Lou went into the store and came back out and she basically looked exactly the same. It was like, okay, not too many double chins.
No, I have a double chin.
And then she was wearing her sunglasses and it was like,
yeah, basically, if I'm not smiling, I look like I'm frowning. It's just the way it is.
It's just the shape of her face.
It is. It's just my face. It wasn't snot. You grabbed my lip and pulled it down.
I know I did. Nom nom.
Anyway, so for the make along, I am knitting this hat, which is the Faux Brioche hat and scarf set.
It's not gonna be there.
By Melissa Frere King.
Here.
It's okay, I remembered it all.
Oh, good job.
And the yarn is Alison Barnes merino worsted in the Dirty Cowboy colorway.
Oh,
and
such a nice,
amazing.
It is an amazing base and it's an amazing color and
so many people at our knit night are like, oh, I hope she has some at the Fibre Fest.
Should we address Alison on the podcast?
No, she can bring what she likes. But she has a lot of fans in Dawson.
Yes, you do, especially of this colorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you happen to have some made.
So I've got another, so this stitch.
I like that.
This stitch looks like this would be a baby hat, but it actually is a me-sized hat, which is a small adult hat.
Yes, because there's nothing up here. I mean, there's no hair up here.
Well, so I have a...
That makes it even extra special. So this is Fisherman's Rib?
Well,
oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a variation on a broken rib. She calls it Faux Brioche.
Yeah.
Because it's got that same really stretchy texture
I was thinking a Fisherman's Rib is very similar to brioche, so that's what I thought it was.
But it's not.
No, it's not.
But it looks lovely and it stretches out to just me size, and I love this yarn. It won't fit you.
No, you've stretched it enough.
It won't fit you. Your head is way bigger than mine.
Just the cast on is too tight.
It's a gorgeous colorway.
I love it. And it's so funny because last year at the Edmonton Fibre Frolic is Edmonton, right?
Yeah.
I looked at a skein of it and I was like, I want that. But no, I'm going to go look at everyone else first because it was the very first booth we stopped at.
Yeah. Was she sold out when you got back?
She totally was. And I was like, that's okay. I'll just order online. And I just haven't got around to it. Yeah. I don't know why. Mainly because I have way too much yarn to start with. But I have been saving up for the Fibre Fest.
With the exception of the 40 skeins.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because
those are to make for the store.
I'm cranking the scarves to sell.
I want my hat back.
Okay. It's awesome.
I love it. I love it. And it'll be done by the Fibre Fest, although I will be dying of heat, so I won't be wearing it, but I'll have it as a little sample by our bowl, I think. Yeah. By our draw bowl.
Okay, so I get to talk about my whip.
Yeah.
Truthfully, it's not really a whip anymore, except for the fact that I need to weave in my ends.
I told her she couldn't call it an FO because she gets after me about calling it an FO. I have to weave in my ends.
I finished this last night, guys. It's my, it's Inishmain by, I have it right down here, Christina Morrissey. It's from Knit Picks.
Quite modified.
Oh, yes, I modified it quite a bit. I ripped back, yeah. Anyway, so I actually made it less wide because with this yarn, it's going to really stretch.
Yeah.
And
it already is relaxing in that direction quite a bit.
Oh, it is amazing. And then, so it's this cool wrap, and then it's supposed to have armholes. And I
really weird.
I put the armholes in and it just looked bizarre on me.
Yeah. I think it's one of those that looks great if you have no boobs. Like, doesn't matter what size you are, but you've got to be straight.
Which I'm not. But yeah, so this is my shawl. It is epically long. I love it.
Yeah.
I use 9 balls of the Sugar Bush Shanty.
Yeah.
Which is a wool and linen blend.
It's gorgeous.
So I am going to weave in ends tonight, and I'm going to block this tomorrow. Yeah. And it's so comfortable.
Like the yarn is already relaxing so much.
And everybody keeps trying to steal it.
Yeah.
It is.
Me and Rebecca sit on either side of her at midnight, and we were both trying to take it at midnight.
You weren't on either side of me. Rebecca and Kim are on either side of me.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the other side of Rebecca. Yes, we have set spots at midnight. It's because everybody is like, I need to sit right here every week. And if someone else sits there, they're like, oh, my spot.
Well, and we don't have set spots. Like we
often move, do now.
We often move depending on who sat in whose spot to try and...
Or just to shake everything around.
We have a lot of regulars who like their routine, which I get because I am the same.
Yeah. Oh, and this is supposed to have fringe, but as I said, I'm anti-fringe.
Yeah.
So it is amazing, and it's warm, but because of the linen, it's a cool warm. It's really weird.
I get
it's warm when you need warm and cool when you need cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
The stitch definition is amazing. Like the cables just pop.
Yeah, we ordered more of this yarn just because I was like, it is amazing.
Yeah. And Liz and I are both going to make a sweater out of it. Although I think we might be fighting over the gray that's left. So.
This color?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She was debating
we missed the
gray and green, and I was thinking gray and blue, but I might just reverse it to blue and gray.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
It's gorgeous.
It's my only whip. So technically I don't have anything on the go. I have to start something new. Well, no. That's not true.
You have to finish something.
I have many, many, many things on the go. Just nothing that I've picked up and knit in the last few months.
But pick up one of them. Finish one before the Fibre Fest. It'll be so nice to finish something.
Yeah. Well, I have one more that's for a customer at the store. And it won't take long, so I really should do it. Yeah. It's just a little stocking. Yeah. So that's my whip.
It's a very pretty whip.
So nice. And it's truthfully big enough to like wrap around both of us.
Oh, okay.
Here. Hey, no stealing at all. Okay.
Thank you for it.
Totally going to be our...
Ironically, I think we did that when we had your crochet blanket.
Yeah, we did. And called the podcast Blanky Fort, I'm pretty sure. So
it's very lovely. It's softened up a lot just from you knitting it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as crisp as a linen yarn, but it's definitely crisper than a straight wool yarn, but it's already softened up
and washing
so
it's
much.
Gonna... Maybe I'll leave it soaking overnight.
Definitely gonna make a sweater out of that.
It's lovely.
I'm gonna make a cardigan that's drapey and lovely.
So, your other whip.
My other whip? Oh, I have a spinning whip. So this is a languishing spinning whip. I had started spinning the green, I think at the last podcast.
Wow.
I was in the middle of it. And with the Fibre Fest, it just got left behind. But this is more Heavenly Wools, but it's her merino this time rather than her Honui. I'm going to get the pronunciation right one of these days, Kate. So I spun it at about 30 wraps per inch. So it turns out to be about a 2-ply fingering weight once I ply it. And I had spun another one with these same colors. So the braid is half green, like a solid green, and half sort of white with yellow speckles. And she called these her cupcake blends. So the solid is like the batter, and then this is like the sprinkles for the icing. So this one's called Dinosaur Cupcake. So my dino is green, and he's got...
The dino will check it out.
See? Dino is green. We'll explain about him later. And the yellow, I spun up the same thing. I just finished this up last night. So
she was like, I want to go to bed, but I've got like 8 inches left of roving. I can do this. Roving?
It's
stuff.
Yeah. If you look on Etsy, it's all called roving because they don't have different categories for roving and top, but it's actually top.
Okay.
But so this is my sprinkles. It's a white braid with yellow sprinkles, so you get some areas where it's almost white, just a bit of yellow coming into it, and some that are like nice and golden. And that's again like a 2-ply fingering weight spun up. If I move my hand out now, you can see the color, maybe.
Kind of.
My bobbin the heads of the bobbin are just too, there we go. They're too big, so they hide the light from either direction. And these will be plied together. And then the last yarn I did out of these, I did a 4-ply. So this will be the same weight in the end, but only 2 plies. So it'll be a kind of a look at how the colors play differently. So it'll be fun. And then I'm thinking of doing a shawl or a cowl where I alternate between them.
No.
So that you can kind of play with the different textures and stuff. So yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I love Kate's Fibre.
Yes.
I may have mentioned that before.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Every single day.
Her merino is beautiful too. And she's getting Polworth now. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited. My next shipment, I know one of the braids is going to be a Honui silk blend again.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Yeah. I love her silk blends. So that's cool. Yeah. So that's my other whip.
Yeah. And so we've kind of finished our whips. Well, no, not your hat, but
yeah. No, but this will, like, I think I have 3 more rows and then I do the decreases. Yeah. So.
Okay. Do we want to go on to Culture Consumed?
Do we have anything about the Fibre Fest we need to say? Just a reminder, if you're coming up for the Fibre Fest, it's 11 till 5 BC time.
Oh yeah, which is
in Dawson Creek, BC, on Sunday, April 28th. And we're super excited and we want to say hi to all of you. So come and say hi. And there's going to be some awesome vendors there and a little bit for everyone.
I'm so excited. I just want to go shopping.
Me too.
It's going to be so hard to like stay at our booth.
Well, we'll give each other breaks off so that we can go shopping. Because there are definitely some things I want to get from some of these vendors.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
Me too.
So yesterday we went down to Grand Prairie. It's a long weekend. It's Easter.
Yes.
So yeah, we went down to Grand Prairie and we put up some posters about the Fibre Fest and stuff. But I got a dino.
I suggested we drop off a poster at the Dinosaur Museum, which is
just outside Grand Prairie.
The Philip Currie Dinosaur Museum.
Philip J. Currie.
Philip J. Currie Dinosaur Museum in Wembley, which is just outside of Grand Prairie. And
we were we went into the gift shop because we've done the museum before and it's really, really cool, but it's kind of small and I don't think they change it a lot. So we were like, well, we won't go through it again. But we'll go into the gift shop. And I found a dino and I couldn't resist because I'm a 40-something-year-old woman. How old am I?
41?
41. I am 41 and I still like stuffies.
Did I get it right?
I'm 41. Today would have been my dad's 69th birthday. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
How old is this guy?
Bracky? He's a couple million.
He's looking fine for a couple million.
He's so cute. Yeah, so I'm a child. Anyway, so we were in this gift shop and I'm like toting around the dino while she's looking at t-shirts and the lady was just killing herself.
She was very amused by you.
Yeah, me mainly. And then in the car, she was doing this on the dashboard. And I was like, no, don't do that. Because the layer of dust on my dashboard, there was dino prints. It was bad. So we had to clean off his feet. Yeah, my car's a pigsty.
It's just everything gets so dusty this time of year. They haven't washed all the roads yet, so there's that layer of gravel and sand, and it hasn't rained at all.
Unlike Eastern Canada that is flooding, we're like parched.
Yeah, parched.
Sorry, that makes me think of Rent.
Yep.
But that's my dino, and she got some t-shirts.
I did. I got a couple of t-shirts, and really comfy, and I thought at least one collared shirt that I still fit into is good, so when you need to be a little bit less casual. The other one is the other one is just a baseball style shirt with a giant T-Rex on the front being chased by another T-Rex. Yeah. So that one's less formal.
I know. And then there was this bag at the Dinosaur Museum that the lady from the gift shop had made. And it was made out of this really cool dinosaur fabric.
Yeah. It was like white fabric with all the different dinos, but it actually said the types of dinos
and
under each
little
one.
Cartoon dinos.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, well, we have to go to Around the Block in Beaver Lodge. It's a quilting shop. They're fabulous. So let's see what kind of fabric they have. And I mean, neither of us sews, but yeah, we bought fabric anyway. And we're going to make our own
bags,
project bags out of them. But
out of glow-in-the-dark dinos!
We each got some. And we just thought it was really cool. And then we got up to the counter and she's like, did you know it's glow in the dark? And we're like, no. Yeah, she's like, I was kind of hoping for that reaction.
Yeah.
So yeah, we each got whatever it was called,
a fat quarter
of glow in the dark dinos.
Yeah, and we each got a Canadian one.
We did. I got just maple leafs.
And I got beavers carrying Canada flags.
Canada.
Beavers carrying Canada flags.
Yeah.
So, and they're just really nice fabrics.
Yeah.
So I'm
they
just
had all
gonna get
sorts
some
of
black
ones.
to like sew bottoms in black and then do these.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'll line them if they're just for me.
They're just for me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So.
Because, you know, I need more project bags.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy any at the Fibre Fest. Yeah. But yeah. So we got fabric.
Fabric. Dinos.
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 In the dark dinos. Yeah. But yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I did not notice they were glow in the dark, but that's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just like what we've been reading and seeing and stuff now.
Culture consumed.
So if you were here for knitting, like the knitting content's long gone now.
I've lost my culture consumed. There it is.
So we're just onto what we've been thinking about doing.
Watching. Playing.
It's hockey playoff season, and I'm very sad because neither of the teams I really like are in. And Vegas is fun to watch, and so is Columbus, but they're not my teams. So I catch some, but I don't worry about
I haven't
catching
watched
all of
much
it.
hockey at all. But in September?
October. They're coming here.
I thought it was September. But
Could
anyway,
be September.
Anyway, the major junior teams they're called major junior in Quebec.
Yeah.
Junior teams from Edmonton and Prince George are coming to play games here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the proceeds are going to the hospital and stuff. But yeah, we're so excited. We're going to go to see at least one. It's so funny because when we lived in Calgary, I had friends who went to see the Calgary Hitmen, which is the Calgary junior team, all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whatever. Now I'm like, I could have gone to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to go see the Edmonton Oil Kings and the Prince George somethings.
Yeah. Ironically, they're the closest one, but
yeah.
we don't get a lot of news from Prince George. We get a lot of news
we
from
get Edmonton news.
Yeah.
Basically, our little corner of BC should be part of Alberta. But as of, a couple days ago, I'm really glad it's not, because we did not get to vote. Yeah. No politics, sorry. I won't talk politics.
Okay.
Okay.
If we're not talking politics, I can talk more dinos.
Okay.
I've been watching Primeval. So it's a TV show. I think I've mentioned it once before early on. Excuse me.
Yeah. So it's a really bad TV show.
It's good.
We watch very different TV shows.
We
sometimes,
do.
And then sometimes we love the same.
Yeah.
So
I just watch a lot of things that you don't like.
No,
a lot of the things you like, I do. Not all, but
Place to Call Home. Well, you haven't tried it. I just spoiled it for you.
Yeah,
really like
you
Primeval.
just made it sound not appealing at all. But Primeval is about. It's a show starring Douglas Henschel, which
From
is
Shetland. He's fabulous.
gorgeous
He's
accent.
And a very good actor.
Yes, very good actor. And so he plays a scientist. Well, he starts out. He's a university professor, and he's also a scientist. And so he's investigating something unusual without giving it too much away. But there end up being like rifts in time where dinosaurs can come through to modern day London, and he has to deal with them and figure out how to send them back and figure out why these anomalies and rifts are happening. And
see, and the thing is, it sounds like I would totally like it, and I like the actors and stuff, but I watched like 2 episodes and was
just
like
meh.
Meh.
Yeah. But I watch it mostly not for Douglas Henschel, but for Ben Miller, because he's a physicist turned actor / comedian, and he plays the prototypical English bureaucrat that's sort of a bad guy but good at heart really well.
He would. Yeah.
He just, you want to kill him, and then you find out, well, he's actually a good guy, but you want to strangle him still.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
I understand.
It's a fun show. So yeah, and there's dinos in every episode. The last one had, well...
You thought you said giant spider things.
No, it was giant crabs in that one. But that's because they went to the Silurian and they asked their resident geek what was in the Silurian. And he was like, well, a few plants, maybe some bugs. And they had like centipedes and roach type things that were like 3 feet long, and these crabs were like 20 feet across.
I don't watch it. Giant insects.
Yeah.
Bracky might like it. He could watch it with you.
Yeah, he could.
In the last 5 weeks, I finished A Place to Call Home. I think I was pretty close last time we talked about it. Fabulous.
It sounds like a soap opera.
No, it's really good. I made it sound terrible. It's fabulous. It's an Australian show set in the 50s. She dies over there.
Excuse me.
With just an amazing cast, and I found out that one of the actors on it is also in Outlander. So, you know, if you want to see Lord John play a very different character, watch A Place to Call Home. No, it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. And then I finished it, and I was like, nothing else appeals right now.
So we've
been rewatching Mr. Blake, Dr. Blake.
Dr. Blake Mysteries.
Yes, we've been rewatching those. But yeah, no, mainly I've been listening to audiobooks.
Yeah, I started too. I got Louise Penny's Still Life. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat.
Yeah, it's because she's
okay,
French.
I'm French.
So
we share a brain, don't mind us. It's actually really funny. Louise Penny lives in Knowlton or Brome, which is about 15 minutes from my hometown. And so she describes, her books are all set in the area, and she describes like, oh, we took the auto route from Montreal and landed in this town called Three Pines. I'm like, you're in, you know, Waterloo, or you're in Cowansville, or you're
Waterloo?
Yes, there's a place called Waterloo.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Waterloo, Quebec.
But yeah.
There's a Waterloo, Ontario.
Yeah. So it's just funny because she describes things quite well, and I'm like, I can picture where you're turning off the auto route.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Small towns.
Yeah, there are mysteries set there. They've been on my to-read list for years, and I just haven't got around to it. I'm
enjoying it so far. The characters are pretty varied. I'm just getting, like, I just started it this week. And the audiobook reader is, I love him so far, but they just introduced this one character, and she's kind of gruff, and everybody loves her, but the new people can't figure out why, because she's so gruff and stuff. So he just does her voice kind of loud and nasally and like, and you're covered in fluff.
Oh, I am. Yeah, the yarn fluffs a little.
Once you wash it the first time, it'll be fine. But yeah, so I don't like the voice he does for this one character. So I'm hoping she doesn't become a main character. I don't think so, but so far the audiobook reader is pretty good, and I'm loving the main characters.
I've been listening to romance audiobooks. Because I signed up for Audible, has a romance package.
Oh yeah.
Well, Audible in the States has a romance package, and I happen to my Audible account is through the States. Yeah,
because you got it before there was an audible.ca.
Yeah. And yeah, so I've just been listening to all these romance novels just because I just needed something light and fluffy. I did a Julia Quinn reread. She's a Regency author who I like. The Bridgerton series is great. And I found a new author that I really, really like, Alyssa Cole.
Oh.
I read one called A Duke by Default. And it was fabulous. And then I recommended her to Rebecca's mom, and she really liked she was really enjoying them. Yeah, and then I listened to some hockey romances, which are always amusing.
Of course.
Hey, one of them, the girl was the hockey player. Well, both of them were hockey players, but she was like a Olympian. And I really like audiobooks. Just having them on while I knit. And I have been knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting.
I actually, like, when I was here at the store knitting in the evenings, it was because I was teaching a class, so I didn't end up having as much audiobook time as I thought I would. So I taught a couple classes this month, actually, since the last podcast. Did a beginner knitting class and a toe-up sock class with really new cast on. I'm actually going to see if Cindy can videotape it and do a little tutorial video on this new cast off, sorry, because it's ridiculous that it makes a difference, but it does, and it's a nice stretchy one without flaring like the Judy's Magic cast off. The Judy's Magic cast off, it's JMCO, it's cast off.
Okay.
Because you spend years learning cast off loosely, cast off loosely, cast off loosely, is really hard to
I don't have any problem.
break that habit for me. She does it fine, but I always get an edge that flares, which looks fine when you're wearing it, but it doesn't look great on. And so I was thinking, no, when you're wearing it, it doesn't look great on because it flares.
No, it looks great when
if it's fitted. If it's fitted, it's fine. Like if it has to stretch, but if it's a loose one, it doesn't. Anyway, I was thinking this one would work great for like cuffs that are loose so that they don't flare. So yeah.
Okay. She's doing this with her knee. It's like,
I'm sorry. When I get stressed, I jitter.
Oh, yes.
Fidget and...
Yeah, I play with dinos. I've been reading an actual book too, well, an ebook, by Sarah Dunnant. It's called Blood and Beauty, and it's about the Borgias. I didn't
realize she wrote it.
Yeah. How did Sarah Dunnant? Is there some...
I hadn't seen that title here.
Oh yeah, that's where we got it in, and then I actually got it from the library so that I could sell the book, because that's happened. Oh,
look, he can eat a tree.
We are children, sorry.
It's a tree with a yellow trunk because I didn't dye brown.
It's really interesting. I know a lot about, some about the Medici and stuff, but I didn't know much about the Borgias. It's really quite interesting. I'm learning a lot. I like historical fiction that teaches me, and it's well researched. All her books are. And then other than that, mainly I've been playing this stupid iPhone game.
I got her hooked.
She got me hooked on, and I've been spending so much time playing it. It's called Klondike Adventures. And yeah.
I saw the name, and it was like about the gold rush, and that's kind of what this area is known for, right? So,
well, not this area. Well, north of this
just
area.
North of this area. But so I picked it up just because it was a free game, and I wanted to try it out.
It's so fun.
And it is just a really addictive game. It's so fun gameplay, and they have lots of... It was really new, too, so they're just starting doing events
Apparently, it's been around for ages.
Oh, well, they just changed...
On, like... on the computer or whatever, but it's new on
on apps, on iPhone apps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing that one a lot too. And I finally finished a physical book I had started ages ago. Neil Turek's The Universe Within. And it wasn't really what I was in the mood for, because I thought it was a book about multiple universes and string theory in the universe and stuff, but it was more about not the politics of science, but like how new science technologies have changed culture and have changed how we think about science and how we develop new sciences and new science technologies. So it was really good. It just was a little different than I expected, but I finally finished that one. So I'm going to get back to some of my other physical books because I have like 6 on the go.
Bracky's definitely a Slytherin.
Oh yeah. Bracky's a Slytherin.
Such a dork. Yeah, it sounds it's a book of a Massey lecture.
Yeah,
which is this series of lectures. Every year there's a new lecture, and then one of the presses in Canada turns them into books. And I've been one of my book goals. I have a lot of like book goals, and one of them is eventually I'm going to read all the Massey lectures.
Yeah, I think I've only read 1 or 2.
I've read parts of them. They're really interesting. Like Margaret Atwood did one called Payback, which was about debt in like world debt and things like that. Douglas Copeland did one. Yeah, they're really interesting. Basically, they get a well-known Canadian to talk about something they know really well. Yeah. 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 Oh, so Adrienne Clarkson, who was our Governor General, did one, and she's Asian Canadian. I don't know. Did one on refugees. Actually, I'm in the middle of that one right now. It's quite interesting. Yeah, and belonging. That's what it's called. It's called belonging, I think. Yeah. So we're actually shorter than I thought we were.
He's very cute.
He is. I really like him. I'm such a child.
Yeah. So we're gonna go home now. Well, we're gonna go to her mom's home.
My mommy's
and
gonna
we're
cook
gonna
us turkey.
have an Easter dinner with her family, which will be nice. And we'll bring our knitting because you gotta bring your knitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay. I'm going to talk about one more thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, do you want to talk about that?
Sorry.
So we got in a new yarn at the store.
Under the tripod. So sorry for getting right up in your faces. We got this new yarn for the store. It's Sugar Bush, which is a Canadian company. It's their trickle base, which is 60% bamboo and 40% cotton. And it's like lovely for garments and stuff.
It's like a fingering weight.
It's a fingering weight, and they have these lovely 10 light speckled colors, but this is the one I want, and I want a shirt out of it.
I like
and
it.
It's just
this
gray.
one, and then there's like a bluey purpley one.
Yeah, no, I want a shirt out of this.
Yeah, it would make amazing like t-shirts.
And I have to buy all 10 if I'm going to make a shirt out of it. But it might happen.
We'll have it at the Fibre Fest, and so you guys can buy the gray, and then
yes, I can buy another bag of it.
Yeah, we can get it.
I really like this one. So
yeah,
I think that's it.
Sorry, I just all of a sudden I'm
lost
exhausted.
all your energy.
I can't even sit up straight. I've been like,
Your mom's gonna kill you. Sit up straight. Oh. Oh, Terry, I'm not supposed to tell Terry that Cindy bought a teddy bear. But then she showed it online. So it's not my fault. I think this is the same one her mom bought for her granddaughter.
Yeah, for my 7-year-old niece. But you know,
7, 41.
Yeah.
But we're super excited about Fibre Fest, and that's been kind of all-consuming. So there hasn't been much of anything else other than sleeping and work.
And work has been busy.
Yeah. But
we have so many books. Please come buy some books. Please come buy some books.
We have space for about 25,000 books.
No.
Like filled. 25,000 books is comfortable but full. We're currently at about 27,000 entered books, and I think another 2,000 or 3,000 unentered.
No. Only about 500. Trust me, you don't get that many books into one of those boxes.
True. A lot of those are bigger books too. But so we're planning for our summer sidewalk sale.
Yeah, so
we clear a lot out of.
I've been pulling stuff that we've had for a long time, and I put it on the sale table. And I've been doing that to make room for the stuff that's coming in, because we've been getting some great stock in. But it's just exhausting.
And the period between when we start preparing for the sidewalk sale and when that stock actually goes outside, it gets a little crammed in here. Not in the public areas, but in the back areas where we
my mom's garage.
It's a little more.
There's boxes everywhere.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, and in my mom's garage.
But yeah,
she's the best.
She is.
We've been joking about buying a like
sea can or a storage container or one of those little portable garages.
Go out in the parking lot behind our store for our extra books, but I don't know.
Don't know that the building owners would love something permanently parked there.
Meh.
Meh. Meh. You're wearing Slytherin?
I'm wearing Slytherin.
I actually do like those colors a lot.
I do too.
Like, it's probably the one that I like the colors of the most.
Really?
Maybe Ravenclaw next.
No. Yeah, they don't have yellow in them.
Yeah, I'm not a big yellow fan.
Yeah, me either. Except in a rainbow. Sparkly rainbow, sparkly rainbow.
Sparkly rainbows.
Sparkly rainbow.
It's a pre-Newtonian rainbow.
Yes, it is.
There's no indigo.
Yes.
Because I don't care about the perfect number 7.
No, Newton thought that the number 7 was perfect, so that a rainbow had to have 7 colors. So he just added in indigo. Yep. I have fuzz in my mouth. from something.
Because you were hugging a dinosaur?
No, I think from some of my knitting. I'm not sure.
Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah.
It's lovely to see you all.
Have a happy Easter if you celebrate it. And we will see some of you next week. Please come by and say hi at the booth.
Yeah.
We'll both be there most of the time, although both of us are doing a demo partway through the day, so.
And yeah, nope, brain gone. We have some cool classes. Check out our website.
Yep.
PeaceFibreFest.com.
If you are thinking about classes, so the ones that we call demos are all the free ones. The ones that we call classes are all the ones that either require sign up or require payment or require homework to bring first or materials to bring with you. So if you're interested in any of those, just make sure to read all the details.
And
they should be awesome.
Because there is a maximum number that can fit into
and
it.
there are a couple of them that we're nearing the maximum now. So the beginner spinning especially is really close to the maximum. So if you're interested in that one, sign up. And
and we also decided, so we keep putting that
show notes.
Show notes will come. And
show notes will not come.
No. So if there's anything that we talk about that you didn't quite catch or whatever, ask us.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. Ask us here on YouTube, ask us on the Ravelry thread, ask us wherever you can get a hold of one of us.
We might get up show notes sometime, and there might be links to some of the things we haven't mentioned before, but it's been too stressful to try and get those out with everything else going on right now. And we want to be able to do the podcast and not feel like we back out of it because we feel unable to do the show notes, because that's just too overwhelming. So we're not going to be saying there will be show notes coming and then them not showing up. We're just not going to do show notes for the at least the next while. And but we will be knitting more and spinning more.
Yes.
And
possibly cranking more.
And we'll see everybody at FibreFest. Have a good day. Happy Easter.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Rainbow.